All right, all of you who doubt the greatness of a Lomachenko, tune in tomorrow night. It's like 7 or 8 o'clock. I don't know. It's gonna be like the undercard. I think is at like 4 o'clock, and then the main event will be at like 7. It's some kind of weird programming like that. But regardless, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I got a ton of info for you today. I'll throw my prediction out right now. I hate to break it to you. Okay, I know there's a lot of people, counting on Loma getting exposed or losing, beat, knocked out, whatever it is, by the bigger, stronger, the more powerful Linares, but it's not going to happen. I'll tell you what's going to happen. You can thank me later, okay? You can thank me later. I'll save you the time. Don't even have to watch the fight. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He's going to stop him, okay? Loma will stop him in the later rounds, or he's going to win just a wide, unanimous decision. He's going to put on, this will be a showcase fight. Look, here's the only thing. Here's the only, maybe factor of the entire fight. He might get caught. Okay, now he is moving up, yet again moving up, and that power, he might get caught with a power shot. That's the only thing that you might see that makes him look somewhat human. Other than that, it's going to be a wash. I'm looking. I truly think he's going to stop him, or if not, just going to put on a show like he always does, right? I watched his training. It's a documentary last night, actually. It started out Loma. He holds his breath underwater. Talking about the training techniques, and his record is 4.5 minutes to hold his breath underwater, and he's talking about how he reaches the point of blacking out. And but he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Just that mental preparation. He has what is some kind of mental psychologist dude that trains him. You've seen the videos where he's like looking at the numbers and moving all the blocks and everything. But that's the key. It really is. And I think a lot of these guys out here, if they would train like that, then they might be able to do a little bit of what he does. Okay, but look, already a 2 division world champion. Okay, I'm gonna read something for you. Lomachenko has so far made a lot of history, and he has an insatiable desire for more. Okay, which he can achieve when he challenges lightweight world champion George Linares on Saturday night in the main event of Top Rank. Blah 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 blah. Okay, in his third fight, Lomachenko toyed, and he toyed with Gary Russell Jr. to win a decision and a featherweight world title, which allowed him to tie the record for fewest fights needed to claim a world title. In his seventh fight, Lomachenko moved up to junior lightweight and scored a massive fifth-round knockout. That was a beautiful knockout, by the way, against Roman Martinez to take his belt and set the record for fewest fights needed to win a world title in 2 weight classes. And now here we are, less than 24 hours away, 10-1 and 8 KOs. Lomachenko, who made all 4 of his 130-pound challengers quit. No Lomachenko. Okay, I'm reading this, and I'll get back to my own thoughts, but I wanted to read this for you. Of course, you already know, right? Made them all quit. There's really no need to read it. Okay, Nicholas Walters, Jason Sosa, who was at Mariaga, and Rigo. Made them quit. No Lomachenko. Now moving up to 135 pounds to challenge George Jorge, whatever, Linares, 43-3 and 27. Okay, by the way, the number 1 lightweight in the world. Okay, if Lomachenko beats him in his 12th fight, he would set yet another record, fewest fights needed to win a world title in 3 weight classes, and that's of all time. Okay, if he and it was interesting when I watched the documentary last night. He was talking about how he wants to make boxing history. That's it. He doesn't really care about the rankings or nothing like that. He wants to fight the best. And and originally, if you go back and look, he went to Kathy Duva, okay, before he signed to anyone, and told her, he said, look, I want a pro fight, or I want a title fight in my very first fight. Can you do it? She said, no, I can't. So he said, okay. So he goes to Golden Boy Promotion, talks to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar says, yeah, we can do it, but they never sent the paperwork, okay? And then he goes to Big Bad Bob Arum right there, gangster Bob Arum, and he says, I can't do it in the first, but we can do it in the second fight. We can get you a title shot. Okay, and we know what happened with the whole Salido thing. It was a bunch of bullshit, but he's about making history, and for whatever reason, like people just hate on him. I mean, it's crazy to me that I don't know, guys like Gervonta Davis and, people like that are just they're upcomers. I mean, these guys are upcomers. This guy's making history. How he doesn't get hardly any recognition from a lot of these media outlets. I really truly don't understand it. I mean, as a boxing fan, you have the gift, really, the gift of watching boxing history right in front of your eyes. I mean, this will be talked about 10 years, 20, 30 years from now in boxing. This dude will be talked about. Okay, I mean, you look at the amateurs, what did he have? 400 and something fights, lost one, avenged that loss multiple times. But this is what I think is cool. If you go back and look at the amateurs, right, when he fought in the amateurs, there was no money involved. Okay, look at the Olympics. I mean, there was no money involved, involved at all. I mean, it was passion, it was whatever. I mean, who knows? Who in the hell in their right mind would get in there and with 440 or whatever, however many amateur fights it was, for nothing, for no money, okay? And then to go to the Olympics, and maybe he made a little bit of money through like sponsorship, I don't know, but and he's finally just now getting paid, okay? And also another neat thing that I learned last night, which I really didn't know, was his team. There's only 5 people on his team. His manager, his father, his trainer, of course. He's trained by his father, which his father won Trainer of the Year in 2017. Okay, and then he's got the sports, psychologist or whatever he is. There's a cut man, and that's about it. I mean, there's like 5 of them, and there's no paperwork. There's no contract. It's all on a handshake. It's not like, this big business, big politics or whatever, it's all on a handshake. It's just crazy to me, so it's a unique situation. It's incredibly fascinating, incredibly interesting. And, I don't understand why, like I said, why he doesn't get the attention I believe that he deserves, so, but I think he will eventually. And, but here's my only negative thought. Okay. Is he moving too fast? Is he moving too fast? Like he kind of jumped into that Salido fight and bit off a little more than he can chew, because he came in heavy, he was fighting dirty, we know what happened, but can Linares, can he do something that Loma's never seen? I don't know, but like I said, if you go back here, let's look at the record real quick. I want to show you guys something. Okay. If you look at Linares' record, okay, right here, Luke Campbell, like I said, he barely won, okay, squeaked by, got a decision there. If you look at all his recent wins, some of them were decent, but I don't know. In my mind, look, here's the thing. I mean, I know you hear HBO in the commentating, and they call him pound for pound, and he's like, fundamentally one of the best they've seen, blah blah blah. But I personally, I haven't been too impressed with him. I think he's got a lot of wear and tear, and I don't know. I just think Loma is going to just work circles around him, and he's going to make him look old, and he's going to show you, why he is a special talent. Okay, because, after this, what more do you want him to do? Move up to light welterweight, maybe take a Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum talked about, maybe in November, maybe a Lomachenko Pacquiao, which, even Lomachenko said, well, he has a ton of respect for Pacquiao, but, he's getting old, and, he's not so sure he wants that fight. So, I understand that. I do. I get that. But yeah, I'm not going to make it long. I'm not going to give, this big in-depth, reason of why I think he's going to win. I'll give you my main points. I believe that he's just on another level, and he's unstoppable right now. In not unstoppable, okay? There are guys out there that would give him a tough fight, but in my mind, he damn near have to move up to, to light welter or maybe a Mikey Garcia if they could meet somewhere. I think Garcia would give him a lot of trouble, but yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I've got him winning, by just an impressive, probably stoppage, like late round stoppage, or a unanimous decision. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna break it down in another video. I wanted to kind of throw it out there today just so you know what I thought, because people keep asking me, who are you picking? What do you think's gonna happen? And I wanted to throw that out there, and then I'll break it down in another video, you know, a little more, you know, poetically. So, all right, leave your comment below. Who do you have? Why do you have them? You leave it below.